Hi guys, Miranda here. I'm just doing another quick video on solids. So preparing your child for solids is on YouTube already, so just check that one out. So basically, when your kids start solids, you want to be able to give them things that are gentle on their tummies to start off with. So you don't want to start with obviously salty stuff, sugary stuff, none of that. But you want to start off with really gentle things. So some of the things that they recommend to start off with and that I've started my kids off with are things like avocado. Avocado is great because for starters it's super healthy, and also it's easy to mush, you know, all those sorts of things. It's quite gentle. It's not a super strong flavour. You can mix it with some of this sort of stuff if you want to thicken it up, but you don't really need to. I mean, this is great, but you don't have to give your baby rice cereal like, you know, back in the day people gave their babies rice cereal, you know, first, and that's it basically. But I've found my kids aren't really that interested in the flavour even when it is mixed with their milk. So avocado is a great start. Just mush some of it, like you don't even need to cook it, just mush it up. That's it, easy. Another one is pears. Yes, pears. I don't have pears on me right now, but pears are a great one. And again, you cook it up just a little bit. You know, you can cook it in the microwave or in a pot with a little bit of water for a little while until it's really super mushy and warm. Or you can mash it up, but it's much better to cook it. You need to cook pear really. So cook it right up and mush it and just give them a bit of that. Pear is, well, most people know, but pear can cause like the runs. So don't give them too much pear, because if you give them too much, well, that's not really helpful. So just a little bit of pear, like a teaspoon, and that's when this stuff really comes in, because you can give them this stuff with a bit of pear and it's not too rough on the stomach to sort of start off with. But pear's a generally good thing to start with. But my favourite is apple, because apple is so versatile. So you can do anything with apple. You can mix it with some of the Farax, this stuff, or you can just have it by itself. You can steam it. Like as they get older, you don't need to steam it or to boil it quite so much. You can give it to them in still soft stuff, but not quite as sloppy. You can add water to it. You can put milk with it. You can put with porridge. You can do anything with apple. So basically, sometimes I've bought these little things, but not generally for when they start. So when I first tried my little boy the other day, I gave him just like a dot of this in here, but this stuff's got quite a bit of sugar in it. So these squirty things, no matter what they say on the back, they generally have quite a lot of sugar in them, or otherwise just fruit concentrate. So this says no added sugar, but fruit concentrate is quite strong as well. And I mean, obviously that's what you're making, but you're only giving them just a little bit of stuff. You know exactly what's in it. So yep, apple and or avocado. I've already shown you my spoon with the bendy front. For those who didn't see my other video, spoon. This is the Heinz Baby Basics spoon with a bendy top. So this is what I'm using to give Fletcher, my 4-month-old, his food this time around. So this is baby number 3, by the way. And he's loving it. And also, after I give him the food on there, I've been just giving this to him and putting it in his hand, so he's only got a little bit, and he can just chew on it, and he's starting to get used to the texture, the texture of his spoon. So yeah, I found that a really, really good teething tool too, actually, a really early teething tool as well. So that's really, really good. He just rubs it on his gums and mungs it. Bowl, just a little bowl, so much easier than a massive bowl. You end up making way too much, even in a bowl this size, like this is only, you know, this big. You end up making just way too much. You really want to start with about a teaspoonful of, especially if you're using your Farax, or a teaspoonful of your stewed apple or avocado or whatever. And just feed them that teaspoonful and see how they go with it. If they're not interested, if they're just forget about it. But keep in mind, it's a new texture, a new flavour, a new taste, a new everything for them, and they're going to think it's a bottle. So basically, if I try and give Fletcher food when he is ready for a bottle, not cool, because he thinks it's a bottle and he gets so cranky because it's going in and out of his mouth instead of just sucking on it. So after he has his bottle in the middle of the day, or this morning, I did it in the morning this morning because I'm just feeding him once a day at the moment. This is not 3 times a day. When you first start them, once a day, and you give them about a teaspoon to a tablespoon full, just start slowly, yeah? Teaspoon to a tablespoon, once a day, and then for a week or so, and then after that you can go to twice a day, and then after that you go to 3 times a day, obviously. So, and you end up giving them breakfast, lunch and dinner. And originally at the start, so for now, when you're starting your baby, they always had their bottle first, and then they have a little bit of food because they're just getting used to it. Whereas later on, I think it's about 8 months, I need to just check that, but I think it's about 8 months. They swap around. So they go to having their food first and then they follow that up with a bottle. So that's a change, and your health nurse can tell you all about exactly when that is, or you can look it up, or I'll look it up and pop it on another video for you. Yeah, so basically 1 teaspoon to a tablespoon, start them off, give them natural stuff as much as you can, and enjoy feeding your baby. Yep, bye. Hi guys, have you got a new baby? Do you know someone with a new baby? Would they like someone to come alongside them as they start this amazing, but sometimes really full-on journey? I'm Miranda, I'm a mum of 3 kids myself. I'm a primary school teacher, I'm a life coach, and I would love to come alongside you and to give you all the accumulated wisdom I have from myself and other people around me from my own kids. I've got my own YouTube channel with lots of different ideas and stuff on parenting, talking about solids, talking about changing nappies, talking about babies' baths, talking about how to deal with eczema, talking about how to cope with those really overwhelming moments as a mum and as a parent. If you're interested in baby or toddler coaching, so it's online. It involves being part of my online Facebook group. It involves emails. It involves a 6-week program. And it's a webinar once a week, and then a question and answer session a couple of days after the webinar. So basically it's ask me whatever you want, throw your issues with your baby at me, or your problems, or what you would like help with, or your success stories. We'd love to hear them as well. Yeah, so basically I'm a baby and toddler coach and parenting, and I'd love to get alongside you guys. So let me know. DM me or inbox me. Smart Mama Smart Kids is my brand, and I'd love to hear from you. Catch you soon, guys. Bye.